We'd like to talk with you about one Colgate tradition in particular, the Torchlight Ceremony.
A group of students, faculty, staff, and alumni raised concerns over the painful sentiments and historical context that have surrounded torchlight processions in the United States, and can thus make our own torchlight ceremony unwelcome to members of our community.
From here on, the 26 members of the Konosioni Senior Honor Society class of 2017 will hold candles where torches have previously been used. Now, we'd like to tell you why.
I wanted a torch too. When I came, I was like, wow, this is so cool. This is something out of Harry Potter. I can't wait for this.
I hope that people see that as a group, we very much honor tradition, and we value the tradition that Colgate has, but we value people and people's lives more, especially at an event like Torchlight, which is, signifying the end of your Colgate career. We want people to be able to participate equally and feel as comfortable as other people do and have in the past. As a person of color, I personally understand and empathize with people who are, despite all of the beauty and imagery within the ceremony, are still triggered and excluded by the historical relevance of the ceremony.
And I not only support torchlight reform, but I also urge this community to consider the same thing. In an attempt to connect and create unity, we're neglecting and traumatizing people that we go to classes with, people that we eat our meals with, and people that you may stay lifelong friends with after graduation. I ask my fellow classmates to put aside any superficial understandings that they may have of this ceremony and just consider the health and well-being of bodies and identities that look just like me.
I support changing Torchlight because a social justice issue doesn't have to affect me personally for me to realize that it's a situation that needs to change.
Even though the student participants in the ceremony every year may not intend to harm the people around them with their behavior and engagement in the ceremony, the impact still hurts many people around you and will continue to do so unless we change and modify and update the ceremony.
This is my dad, Tyg Sullivan. He graduated in the class of 83. He loved this school so much. When I was a kid, I participated in Torchlight with him and his friends. I didn't know what it meant, and I just saw that the tradition made them happy and that it brought them back to a time in their lives when they learned a lot and they became the special, amazing people that I now consider my family. When I think about my family in 20 years, I don't want to be carrying on this violent tradition. I think that we can still have the love for the past and the present and the future of this school without carrying torches, and we can still make it a beautiful ceremony.
It sounds simple, but I'm choosing to carry a candle because my actions matter, our actions matter, and how could I, knowing that this tradition is triggering and isolating for my peers, still choose to participate? I choose to be a part of positive change for our community.
Colgate has historically been a community of much apathy, and I think it's time that this changes.
The way I was raised, if someone was hurting because of an action that I did, I would then stop the action. It's as simple as that.
I grew up in a very different culture than this one. Although not from here, I've learned more than a few things during my years at Colgate. Empathy, care, and love for people around me is one of them.
So what is your impact on Colgate?
I think that we should really consider torchlight reform because tradition is inherently about community, and if our traditions aren't recognizing and they aren't celebrating the entirety of our community, then I think we should rethink them.
I think there's a way to keep parts of this ceremony that we value, the light of knowledge, the connection to the university, the tradition with the past, and really the unification of a class without keeping the parts that hurt and exclude voices.
I think that we can carry on this tradition and change a couple of things so that we don't lose the meaning, but that everybody can participate.
So we invite you to join us in this conversation. Sign this petition if you, too, would opt for a candle in lieu of a torch during the graduation ceremony.
Though the inception of Colgate's Torchlight Ceremony was not created with the same intent as the torchlight ceremonies of the Nazis, KKK, anti-LGBTQ groups, and witch hunts, the visual imagery of a predominantly white student body dressed in robes, holding torches, while many are intoxicated, has a triggering visual resemblance to the rallies of the Nazis, KKK, anti-LGBTQ groups, and witch hunts. And this can be especially triggering for those systematically targeted by these hate groups or similar groups and by institutionalized systems of oppression.